Alrighty guys, I hope everyone is having a great and wonderful day today. In today's video, I really want to talk about why Moldavite may not be working for you. And the real reason that I want to talk about this is, first and foremost, I want to talk about how it may not be working for you before you've actually worked with the Moldavite, right? And after you've worked with the Moldavite. And what I mean by that is maybe you're a first time, buyer, so to speak, that's working with Moldavite, and you get the Moldavite and you're like, man, it's not working. Like, I just got the Moldavite. Maybe this is the first time you've ever worked with Moldavite, and you're like, it's not working. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the energy. I've put it on my third eye. I've put it here. I've put it, in the moonlight to charge. I've done all these things for it, and I'm still not feeling the energy. Well, guys, I want to tell you first and foremost, the number one way you can actually tell, right, if Moldavite's not working for you, the number one thing you first want to do is to check its authenticity. Now, this will really depend on where you get it from, okay? So if you get it from your local gem shop, I would highly recommend that you ask them first and foremost, before you actually get the Moldavite, and to really feel the energy of the Moldavite before you actually purchase it, to see if you feel anything, first and foremost, right? So ask them for authenticity. Ask them to see if they have a certificate of authenticity for their Moldavite, right? Or where they got it from. And to really see, once you're holding a piece in your hand, if you feel the energy, right? Because if you're not feeling the energy, guys, then if you go to a local gem shop, I personally trust my local gem shop because I know that I can feel the energy every time I go in there. I can feel the energy of the Moldavite every time I'm in there. But some people may not be as sensitive to these energies, okay? So definitely check at your local gem shop first. I really highly recommend that people do that more so than buying online, just because, it's a lot more. It could be a lot more of a hassle if you buy something online and then you don't know whether it's real or if it's fake. And personally, I just don't want to deal with that whole hassle. What if something, if I order something and then I don't like it, then I have to ship it back, and then that could take time, and then, you know what I mean? So it just makes a lot more sense to really go to your local gem shop, and I'm pretty sure that your local gem shop is going to have something authentic. So let's just say now that you have your Moldavite piece, right? Maybe you ordered it online, right? And you checked out, you made sure it was an authentic, Moldavite website. Now you have your Moldavite, and maybe somebody that is a lot more sensitive to the energies than you are, right? And you give them a piece of Moldavite and they feel it, right? But maybe you don't feel it. Well, the good thing is, though, at least you know that it's authentic, right? At least you know it's authentic and it works, but you're just not feeling the energy, right? So what could be the issue? What could be the challenge here on why you may not be feeling the energy? Okay, well, I want to share with you a quick story and some of the findings that we have found on it, although this is also something that we're still investigating and really diving into. But I believe that the more we work with Moldavite, the more that we start to make new discoveries on this as well, okay? So one of my relatives, actually, he was he wasn't really like a spiritual person, but ever since I started getting into crystals and things of that nature, he was more open about it. And so he could feel the energy of crystals and some tektites, and all of a sudden it just stopped, right? He just couldn't feel the energy anymore. And we did this with the Moldavite, and he could not feel it. Like, he could not feel the energy anymore. It was just like boom, it was gone. He couldn't feel even the energy from quartz crystals, like he was able to before. And we started asking questions like, well, why couldn't he feel it, right? Why wasn't he able to feel it anymore when he could? And it was very interesting, some of the answers that we came up with. But what I would really like to share, guys, is first and foremost, if this is your first time working with Moldavite and you don't feel the energy right away, and you've already checked that it's authentic, and maybe you're working with it without mixing it with other crystals, or maybe you don't have a grounding stone and you're just using it like this, like just pure and raw, and you still don't feel it, just realize, guys, and let's say you have a really, really, really big piece, like super, super big, right? Here's what could potentially be the issue, right? First and foremost, this is what we've kind of like been talking about. You may not be exactly ready yet to feel the energies. right? You may still be waiting to, maybe you're being pre-prepped, right? You're being pre-prepped to actually feel the energy. But the good news is that you can at least have it with you, right? You at least can carry it with you. You may just not be feeling the energy. Okay, that's one theory. Second theory is that your energy is already really high, right? Your energy, you've already, you're so accustomed to a high frequency that feeling you cannot really feel the energy in the tektite. Obviously, maybe you've just become accustomed to it. Maybe you're in a loving relationship, you feel the love, you're just, that this is like another theory that we came up with, is that you are already accustomed to this energy, and so that's why you really can't feel it. Another one is that it's just blocked, right? You can't feel it because right now your spiritual body is blocking the energy from entering into your body because it's just not time. It kind of goes back to the first theory that we had, but it's purposely being blocked, right? Because it's not time yet for you to use it, but at a later time you will, okay? And it's actually like the first theory, but I really just wanted to share that because it is strange how sometimes Moldavite can stop working. And I personally want to share with you my story on how it kind of seems to be happening to me as well. Okay, now I've been working with Moldavite since the beginning of May. I've had it on me every day since then. And recently I just don't feel, I still feel the energy, but it's not just as powerful because I've become so accustomed to it. And it almost seems like it's not working. Okay, now that could be another reason why it feels like it's not working. Okay, now I'm talking about after you've been working with it and it seems like it hasn't been working. Okay, this I can really talk about because it's something I can relate to. And for me personally, guys, now that I've been working with Moldavite for quite some time, I believe my energy has become really accustomed to it. And funny enough, I ordered some Moldavite when I was in Berlin from the Czech Republic, and I actually ended up getting here to the United States before it actually arrived. And I'm still waiting for it to arrive. I ordered quite a bit, actually, of Moldavite, and so I'm waiting for that to arrive to see if that makes any difference, right? If that will once again raise me to a higher frequency to help me to now adjust to a higher frequency of Moldavite. But as of right now, guys, I'm used to this Moldavite. I'm used to the 12 pieces that I have right now. And like I said, I haven't even been using a grounding stone because I've just become so accustomed now to this energy. And, now I need more. Like I'm working on using more to see if that makes a difference. And that's why I'm documenting this to show you guys my personal experience on it. And to me, it's just strange. Like it really hasn't stopped working. It's just that right now I've just become so accustomed to the energy. And so that's why I can say, guys, if maybe you're a first-time user of Moldavite and it's not working for you, maybe, just maybe, you are already accustomed to the energy of it, okay? But I can also say, guys, that you could also be getting pre-prepped to use it if you are seeking for change in your life, if you're seeking for dramatic and massive change in your life, and that's why maybe you were, guided to use this and find Moldavite, right? That could be another reason why you're being pre-prepped. And also, I must take it to the other end of the spectrum. The reason it's not working is because maybe your intentions aren't right? Maybe you want to use Moldavite with the wrong intentions, with the wrong purpose, right? Maybe you want to use this for something that it's not created to do. The one good thing that I like about Moldavite is that it works with high frequencies. And so if you somehow manage to get your hands on this and say your intent is for evil, the good thing is that it won't work, right? It won't work for you. And that's what I'm really glad and really thankful that this is how, God created it to really just come to this earth for high frequency beings, so that if you have an evil intent with it, it will not work for you, right? It might even just disappear, right? It will find a way to get away from you if you have ill intentions with it, right? But I personally believe that everyone watching this channel has good intentions for it, wants to use it for, a catalyst for change, to raise their frequency, to channel with higher beings, with their angels, with God, with something more than just, for evil intent, so to speak. And so I really wanted to share with you some of these theories and to also share with you some of the things that I'm going through as well with the Moldavite. And you know how right now it seems like it's not working for me, although I do feel its energy, but I feel like I need to work with more to see if that's the answer. Or maybe, just maybe, guys, I'm getting to a point where maybe I need to step away from it for a while, right? So that I become de-accustomed to it. So then later on I can come back to it and have to readjust to that energy again, okay? But I won't know that until later on once I get, you know, my other batch of Moldavite that's on its way. And we'll be able to test it from there, okay? Now, I really want to share with you guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed, my energy is a little bit weird, has been majorly weird since the beginning of this week, actually Sunday. And I just want to share with you that I'm going through a major transition in my life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And, you know, the energy in my videos probably doesn't seem as high anymore, right? I feel it, you know, I can definitely feel it. And I just want to share with you guys that I am going through some challenges in my life, some, like I said, some major breakthroughs, some major transitions. And so I thank you guys for being patient with me, you know, with the videos that I'm making and, you know, just everything that I'm doing, you know, because next week I am starting my classes again. I am starting classes again, so I'm going to be going to school full time. And I personally don't know how much time I will have to make videos, but I do want to say that I at least want to be making a video once a week. And I believe this will help me track more progress and more observations that I create with the Moldavite. But I just want to start putting that out there so that you guys know, right? I will be back in classes and I'm going to be extremely, extremely, extremely busy doing my whole day is just packed, right? But I believe that I can carve out some time to make a video at least once a week or several times a week. I haven't yet planned that out because right now I'm waiting to see what my schedule is going to be like, you know, from day in, day out, seeing how much free time I have. And so I won't really know that until, you know, all next week, but I know that I'll still be making videos for the rest of this week and just seeing where that goes starting next week. But I really just want to put that out there. But I'm really excited though, because if I do end up just doing one video a week starting next week, I will have more time to really work and really to talk about more major changes that I go through while working with Moldavite. Because I really don't plan to stop using Moldavite. I'm just going to see how much more I can add to this and keep building onto it and really mixing it, having more time to mix it with other, you know, stones and crystals to really just see the major differences. And it's going to be more exciting because I'm going to be in classes, guys. And so in classes, there's so many more people that I get to interact with. There's so many more things I get to do, and it's just going to be so much more exciting when I'm in classes because I'll be able to really talk more about, you know, maybe even relationships when you have create new relationships with people as you keep working with Moldavite. I mean, there's just so many new ideas that I can talk about, you know, working with Moldavite once I start classes, maybe how you go through the seasons of the changes of season, how you go through, you know, connecting with people who are like you. I mean, there's just so many different things, or how you study when you're using Moldavite, and I'm just super excited about so many things that I can talk about with the Moldavite once classes start. But like I said, I want to start letting you guys know that I may just be doing one video a week starting next week, right? So that you guys are prepared for that, since I will be starting classes. And so thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do so right now. Don't forget to thumbs up this video as well, guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me right now as I'm going through my personal changes, and I'm being as authentic as I can by showing this to you guys. So we just keep marching on, guys. We keep pushing forward. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk to you guys soon.